world, I'm alive, and it's been a while. It's been about 3 weeks, and I don't think I've posted anything yet. So yeah, it's time for an update. Yeah, okay, so I started my adventure in Malaga, as most things do. When I was looking up what to do in Malaga, like 5 articles at least said Malaga isn't just a place that you like fly into. It isn't just a place you fly into and then go past. Like over and over again, they repeated this thing. I think it's pretty common to do that. But anyway, I loved it. I thought it was beautiful. There was a beach, but I didn't actually end up going to the beach because I was by myself mostly, and I didn't have sandals, and I don't know, it was weird. I spent it mostly in art museums, which I loved. There's a lot of good art in Malaga, and yeah, and I couch surfed for the first time and survived that, and met some neat people, and yeah, just started to figure out my way in the world in a Spanish-speaking country, and that was really interesting. And yeah, and in this weird, very touristy place for a week, and you get the sense that you're not supposed to be there for very long. Like, you're not supposed to go back and forth on these streets because it felt very commercial. But yeah, and so that's a theme that's come up a lot as I travel through these touristy places. So who knew? But Malaga had a lot of really cool art, and I really like that. Yeah, the first night in my hostel, I got in there and somebody was playing music on their guitar, and then I played a song on the ukulele, and then that really impressed everyone. They're like, oh hey, oh that was so cool, like, are you coming drinking with us? And then I went drinking with people, and I don't really do that, so that was a whole other world of culture, and yeah, so that was really fun. And gosh, and that was just Malaga. And the next I went to Granada. It's also beautiful. At first I was wary because it's inland, and yeah, I don't know, I'm pretty biased towards water and trees, but yeah, getting into Granada was a beautiful town with really cool old town with bricks everywhere, and yeah, and there's lots of interesting people who live in the hills nearby, in the hills of San Miguel and Sacramonte, and so there's a big bohemian component that still kind of lives there, and yeah, so that was really neat to see. And then I went to Alhambra, which is this beautiful, gorgeous, crazy, amazing thing. Like, the art was at a scale that I couldn't take photos of it really. Like, the photos didn't do justice to just the depth of view, and then some of the ceilings were made into fractals, and it was crazy. Yeah, that really blew my mind, and ever since then, any of the art or historical things that I see, I'm like, well, it's no Alhambra, and then, gosh. So, man, yeah. And now I'm in Cordoba, and this is a whole other town. It's has a different kind of feel. I think this area, I don't know, the streets are wider, like it feels more kind of formal, more, there's less real life in the streets, I think, in this area that I am in right downtown. It gets dead quiet at night. It's don't think of doing anything at night. So that's been interesting. It's been kind of come down a little bit, but I think that's also just me being on my own and not really knowing where to go. Last night I went to this jazz cafe and saw these really cool musicians and ended up meeting up with some people that I had talked to online, and it turns out that they were also really good musicians. And yeah, and then the one person, what's his name, he was playing violin so well, and then there's these girls who were doing scat alongside all the music. They were really cool, and I didn't really know them until the end, where after all the music had happened, they're like, oh, we're gonna go hang out with these people and play music, and it turns out those girls are fabulous Spanish classical guitar players, and that was crazy. And talking to them and getting to know them, and then getting kicked out of plazas for playing music late at night, and yeah, and talking to them about the culture of Spain and the US and everything. So it feels like things are worth it. It feels like things are good. Even sometimes there are moments where I'm stir crazy. That's happened a lot in Cordoba. I don't know if it's the town or if it's just the timing of everything. Listening to a lot of podcasts. Short of talking to myself, I've been writing in my notebook like a little diary at some points. I have a book, and I don't know, I'm keeping myself busy, but sometimes that's a stretch. And yeah, but I'm excited for what the new days unfold. Or however that sentence is supposed to go. I'm going to Madrid in a few days, and that's going to be a whole other thing. I think that's going to be just another ball game entirely. These towns, Cordoba and Malaga, people are saying they're like smaller towns, but they feel kind of big to me coming from Bellingham College world. But yeah, so yeah, that'll be really exciting to see. What happens next? Who will know? What is all of this? God, will I philosophize myself to death? Will I start, I don't know, coming up with imaginary friends? I don't know, but I think this is good. Okay. Alright, well, that's your update on me. I'll try and do these more often. Okay, thanks. Bye.